Hello everyone. I just wanted to give you a bit of an update because I'm thinking about shaking things up a little bit, or maybe a lot, at Patreon this month. I just wanted to reach out to you guys. I want to make sure that everybody is getting what they want from Patreon, that everybody's enjoying the content, and that really there's enough here for us to carry on with Patreon. We've been doing it for I think about 7 years now, I want to say. It could be 6 or it could be 8, I'm not sure. But it's been a really, really long time, and it's been an incredible thing that's really sustained us financially as a band. It's also given me a lot of help with my mental health to keep going. It's given me a reason to create content every single month, and it's given me, most importantly, a connection to some of the people who support us, a direct connection, which has been really important for me. And for me, that's the most important thing about music, is connecting with people through music. I've really enjoyed it, and it's brilliant, and I'm not thinking about stopping Patreon, not for a while yet anyway, but I am thinking that things kind of need to change a little bit. The last 3 years, the pandemic and Brexit and all of these things have been a really weird, really difficult time in some ways. It's also been good in other ways, but I'm quite aware that the last 3 years have been very difficult for most of us, I would say, if not all of us. I know that people are struggling financially a lot right now. We're struggling financially as musicians again. It's just the way it's going, and it's okay. I'm not here to complain or make it about pity or anything like that. But the point is, we're really struggling as musicians to kind of keep going at the moment for various reasons. But I'm also very aware that a lot of you might be struggling a lot. What I have noticed in the last 3 years is that we've definitely had quite a strong decline in Patreons. We've lost about 80% of our Bandcamp sales, I would say, just due to the fact that postage has become astronomical, people can't afford it, we're just having to charge so much for postage because of Brexit that it's just not really working anymore. So we've lost a lot of our sort of physical sales. The digital sales are still kind of going okay, which is really good. But yeah, as I'm sure a lot of you watched my Spotify documentary, we're not really earning anything through, through streaming. We're earning a very small microscopic amount, and most of the rest of our money comes from Patreon. So that's just to give you a little bit of what's kind of, going on for us. And I wanted to shake things up because I think that I'd like to breathe some fresh life into Patreon, and I'd like to continue making some really good content and some stuff, but I also want to make sure, first of all, that I'm not making so much stuff that I'm barely being able to focus on the things in the band that are actually happening, like the music videos and writing and all this kind of stuff. Basically, what can I do to make things really exciting to be on Patreon without me burning out and without you guys getting a bit tired of all the content or something like that? So the main thing that I would really, really like to do, with your permission, and there'll be a little poll below so you can all vote on this as well. The main thing that I'd like to do is basically make every single tier, except for the physical merchandise tier, which happens once every 3 months. I would like to make all of the tiers available to everyone, regardless of what you're paying. Now, I know that a lot of you on the higher tiers, the ones who are giving us quite a lot of money every year, which has just been incredible. I know that most of you probably wouldn't mind if we shared the rest of the tiers with the rest of the group, because not everybody can afford those tiers, and I feel like every month I'm making like all of these I think there's about 7 things that I'm putting out, more or less, and most of you are not seeing those things, and I think that's kind of a bit of a shame. So one of the main things I would really like to do is to make all of the content available to everyone. This way, I'm not going to be sending you an update like every couple of days at the end of the month, which I feel like is a bit maybe annoying, where I was like, here's the main thing, here's the thing on this tier, oh, here's my cover, oh, here's my talk, here's everything. And I'm noticing that like probably not a lot of you have time to watch all of that stuff. So it's a bit of a shame that all the content is kind of going out, but a very small percentage of people are getting to see that or even have time to watch it, or therefore comment. So a lot of the time I feel like I'm shouting into the void, and I don't mind doing that, that's absolutely fine, but I really feel like there's so much good stuff going on Patreon. Why not just open it up to the group, regardless of what you're paying? If you feel that's unfair, or if you feel like it's not for you, I mean, that's fine. We can also just vote on this, but people could change their tiers. If you feel like you're paying too much, now's the time to pay a little bit less. I completely understand that money is really tight right now for everybody, so I really want to just make sure that everybody is happy on the tier that they are. having said that, whatever you can give every month is incredible for us, and all of the money that comes in for Patreon is literally sustaining us right now. There is no way we could afford to even think about making a record right now if we didn't have the money coming in from Patreon. So your tiers, your pledge, no matter how much you can pay, is so important to us right now. It's literally keeping us afloat. So also I just want to say a massive thank you if you're still here after all these years, or if you've just joined us or whatever. But if you're thinking about changing your tier, if you feel like you can afford a little bit more to help us, then now's the time. That would be amazing. If you feel like you're struggling a little bit, just change your pledge, or if you can't afford it, you know, it's not a problem. I just want to say thank you for whatever you've given us, and will, you know, can hopefully continue to give us. So that is the first thing I would like to do, is make all of the content available to everyone. So you'll just get one big fat blog at the end of the month with all the links, and then you can check into whatever is interesting you. If you want to hear the cover, cool. If you're not fussed about the stuff and you just want to give, cool, you can just have a little read through the blog. It kind of just means that whatever is available every month, at least there's something going out that's of interest to all of you. Let me know how you feel about that. I'm going to make a little poll, as I say, and if there's anything that you're like, I'm not so comfortable with that, then let's talk about it and try and make something that works for everyone. But that is the first thing that I would really like to do. The second thing I would really like to do is just open up the choices of things that are going on a little bit more. So if I'm doing a cover this month, which I'm going to do again, I'm going to continue to make a cover every month, maybe we could all vote on which cover we do. So that'd be quite nice to have a bit more interaction from you guys. And if I do open up the tiers to everyone, then this can be something that works really well, because I can say my big blog at the beginning of the month, here are the choices of covers, comment and say which cover you'd like, blah blah blah. So basically, let's just try and make this whole thing a bit more interactive, rather than me just posting this content and then there's not a lot sort of coming back, and I feel like it's becoming less involved between the you know, me and all of you guys. So I would really love a bit more you know, interaction. So therefore, if I do open up all of these tiers to everyone, I feel like that interaction is going to be a lot more. So Patreon will be more fun because we'll be chatting a bit more. And final thing I would really like to do is the tier where I'm doing my BEB talks every month. I feel like I could make this a little bit better by doing these talks live. So I basically will do a live stream every month that's going to be patrons only. Again, it'll be available to everyone, no matter how much you're paying, again, if that's all right with everyone. But basically it will mean that I can choose the song, or you guys can choose the song. I'll play the song and maybe a couple of others from that album just for fun. Again, everybody can say what songs they'd like to hear. I'll do a short talk on that song, and then I'm going to open up the room, and basically we can have a discussion, you know, while you guys are commenting and I'm talking back, and we can basically do this thing. It will be like a check-in with everybody in Patreon, and I feel like this would be a really nice way for me to connect with you guys directly every single month. And we can chat a little bit about what's going on. We can even chat about the stuff that I've put out. You can say what you liked or haven't liked. And also, if you just want to talk about something, this could be a really nice way for us to all connect. Feel like as well, maybe mental health is something that I'd like to talk about a little bit more on Patreon, and just discuss and open that kind of conversation up to everybody, because I feel like during the pandemic, one of the things that really kept me going was doing live streams and connecting to people and maybe doing talks and stuff. So I feel like I'm going to change that BEB talk thing, make it a live stream where I do sing a song and I do talk about what the meaning of that was behind it, but then it's also open to everyone, and we can talk about anything that's bothering us, or we can just, you know, have a massive rant about what's going on in the planet right now. So those are my main things that I'd like to change. I'm going to write a very simplified blog about it below as well. So if you missed any of that talk, or you just zoned out because I've been talking for so long, sorry, then have a quick read, have a quick vote, and let me know how you feel. If you're completely indifferent to it and you're just like, hey, keep on going, also don't feel the need to comment at all. So that's it. I hope that wasn't too much of a mind melt. Thank you again for being here, and I will see you very soon. Thanks.